Hey WWE Universe, so it is time for my Raw review. Let me fix my camera. So Raw was absolutely crazy, and so let's get started. First we have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, and I cannot tell you how excited I was to see Drew McIntyre finally on TV. I mean, honestly, when was the last time he had a match? Think about it. Really. Like, they showed little bits and pieces of him every once in a while, but he never had a match for, like, God knows how long. So I was beyond excited for this. So obviously Randy Orton was not happy. He showed his anger after he lost his match with Mark Henry at Hell in a Cell. And of course he was definitely still not happy because that title was not back around his waist. So he took his anger out on Drew McIntyre. He hit an RKO for the win, and then after the match, he hit another RKO, and I was excited for that. I was just like all over excited for both of these guys to be in this match. And then the World's Strongest Man, our World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry, came out to pretty much just flaunt that the title was still his. So him and Randy just went at it. I mean, they were just going crazy. They brought security. The security could not contain either one of them. They kept attacking. They would grab Mark Henry and Randy would be like, I'm okay, I'm not going to hurt him. And then you just jump on top of him, and then, it would just go back and forth until finally Randy just kind of threw Mark Henry onto the concrete, and then we went to a commercial, so it was pretty much over. But I was like, that's crazy way to start. I'm sorry, my hair's driving me nuts. That's just a crazy way to start off Raw, but I enjoyed it. Next, we have Mark Henry versus John Morrison. Why is John Morrison all of a sudden in all these matches when he's been nowhere for ever? But anyway, obviously, Mark Henry was not a happy camper after everything that just happened with Randy Orton, so he definitely took out all his anger and frustration on poor John Morrison, who honestly did a wonderful job in trying to beat Mark Henry. He tried so hard. Sometimes I was like, oh my god, he's actually going to do it, because he actually got Mark Henry on down to his knees, and I was so proud of him. And then Mark Henry eventually just dominated, hit the World's Strongest Slam. Did I just say... Okay, I don't know why I just thought I said that was wrong. The World's Strongest Slam, and the match was over. Then, he's just not excited about the Big Show coming back, and just pretty much wants to put him back in the Hall of Pain. The Big Show is coming back to Friday Night SmackDown this week. I am very excited because I have missed him. I'm just really excited to have him back. So I can't wait for SmackDown to see the Big Show hopefully destroy Mark Henry, because that would be great. Next we have Vickie Guerrero, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Christian, Cody Rhodes, and Alberto Del Rio, with Mr. Harvard graduate David Otunga, because obviously the millions of times he said he's a Harvard graduate, nobody's heard him, so he has to keep repeating himself. They all have been having this little problem with Triple H as the COO, and supposedly have a lawsuit. And they wanted to come out and state their problems. So they just were not happy with how Triple H has been running things, and everything's just chaotic, and they don't feel safe in this type of environment. So then Triple H comes out to say, you work in the WWE, you are here to compete, you are here to, get beat up, get hurt, so they shouldn't be complaining because this is what they signed up for, pretty much. So Triple H did have a good point. I'm not the biggest supporter of Triple H, but he definitely, he definitely did have a good point. You are in the WWE, this is a very physical thing, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna, things are gonna happen, you're gonna have terrible, crazy rivalries. So I was kind of on Triple H's side, but then I knew what the other guys were talking about. And then Triple H reminded these guys that they were going to be part of the 12-man tag team match later on in the night. So couldn't wait for that. And also, I don't remember if this is where this happened. I honestly don't remember, but I think maybe. But please just, I just want to throw this in here. They did show a video of The Miz and R-Truth from YouTube apologizing to everybody. So I thought that was kind of cute. And that they're getting YouTube and Twitter, is such a big part of the WWE now. I really love that. But I don't remember exactly where that was at. So, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Next we have Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus Kelly and Eve, which, oh my god, just please stop with this. For God's sake, just stop. No more. No more. But honestly, this was crazy. Kelly just went like super mental and attacked Beth and just was beating her head on the announce table and just, pretty much trying to kill her, screaming like a banshee. Oh my god, I thought my ears were going to start bleeding. Screaming. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? It was crazy. So, Beth and Natalya won by disqualification because Kelly just could not get herself together for this match. She was going crazy, and if you guys saw this, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. If I screamed that loud and that long and that much in that short amount of time, my throat would hurt for like a month. Okay, not really, but ow, just crazy. So that was just totally insane. And then after the match, John Laurinaitis was in Triple H's office and told him, that he thinks he should apologize because he knocked into John at Hell in a Cell. And he thinks that he should invite all, pretty much everybody with the WWE and take a vote of confidence. So Triple H accepted, and that would happen later on in the night. Next, excuse me. Next we have Jinder Mahal, who is in the ring talking in, I believe it's Punjabi. Punjabi? Is that how you say it? I hope it is. Excuse me if I butcher this. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Punjabi. I have no idea what he's saying. I need that little thing at the bottom that tells you, if you're watching something in Spanish, it'll tell you in English. I kind of wanted that. And then Santino returned. Oh my god. I was so happy. If you guys didn't know, Santino was in a car accident and had to take some time off, but he is finally back. I was so excited. And he really looked good. So then Santino came out and spoke in his own little Punjabi, whatever you want to call he was talking. It was really funny, and so then they had a match. Santino defeated Jinder Mahal when he hit the Cobra. I cannot express how excited I am for him to be back. It was really great to see him back in the ring, and I didn't know how much you never really know how much you miss somebody until they're gone. If it's not your number one favorite person, obviously if John Cena gets hurt, I'm going to miss him until he comes back. But, if somebody might be gone and they're gone, but you just kind of don't really think about it, maybe the Big Show or, somebody like that, you're it's not breaking your heart that they're not on there every week, but then when they come back, you're like, wow, I really miss this person a lot. So I'm just so happy Santino has finally come back. That was my terrible singing. Next, we have John Cena, CM Punk, Sheamus, Air Boom, which is Evan and Kofi, and Mason Ryan, who, holy crap, that guy's freaking huge and tan, and I don't really care for his hair. It's kind of killing me. But anyway, versus Alberto Del Rio, Christian Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, and David Otunga, with Vicky Guerrero in their corner because she never leaves. I was really excited for this match because I'm just excited for everything that goes on, of course, but just so many men, just men wrestling, it just excites me. That sounds really disturbing, but I don't care. So excited. So it was a great match. It was very back and forth, for a short time, somebody would be kept in this guy's corner getting his butt kicked, it was just really good. And then when we got really close to the end of the match, everybody was pulling out their finishers on each other. It was really great, and I was like, oh my god, you just were like all over the place, like this happened, then this happened, then this happened, and you're like, my face was totally not like that. That's embarrassing. Okay, I need to stop making crazy faces, but I was just like, ah! No, I was more like Joey Styles, like, oh my god, you know. I can't do it like him, but I was just like, everything was happening all at once, and it was awesome. In the end, Sheamus hits the Brogue Kick on Dolph Ziggler, who are the two legal men in this match, and picks up the win for his team. Sorry, something felt like something got in my eye. So Sheamus picked it up for his team, and I was really happy. And then after the match, you know, all these guys were like raising each other's hands and hugging. It was really great, and I thought it was sweet. And I was happy that that team won. So, excitedness. Woo! So finally, we have all the superstars, wrestlers, whatever you want to say. I'm used to saying both, so whatever you want to say. All the people that work for the WWE came out, including people from Raw, SmackDown, NXT. We had the Divas, we had some referees, we had Jerry Lawler was back because, you know, he hadn't been announcing since he got hurt. You know, it was just great to see everybody, especially the referees. You know, you never really, you see them, but you're not like, I don't know, I guess you think like they're just referees, throw them to the side. I love the referees personally because they're all very sweet. So yeah, Triple H came out and just said that he wanted to say that first, you know, he didn't expect it to be like this. He didn't ask to take this position. He didn't expect that it would be this much. And he also wanted to say that, you know, do you really work for me? You actually work for all these people, which he's speaking about us, the WWE Universe. And, you know, is it really me who's, you know, it's kind of like we sign the paychecks because obviously, I mean, you know, you buy the merchandise, you go to shows, you know, everything that has to be with WWE comes into, I mean, you know, like Mattel gets money, and, you know, everybody else gets money, but WWE, all their money from us goes out to their paychecks. So he is right. You know, you know, they are entertaining us. It's, you know, it's their job. You know, and they travel. And this is all kind of for us. I mean, obviously they love what they do, but they're traveling for us to get to shows, to get to signings, you know, anything. So Triple H did have a really good point there. And we had a few people speak. Wade Barrett, Beth Phoenix, Mike Chioda, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That is the ref. I believe it was Mike Chioda. And then we also had Jerry Lawler. They all spoke and all felt that they were not safe and that everything had just become so chaotic and just insane since Triple H had become the COO. And everybody voted that they had no confidence in Triple H. So then all of a sudden, this was really depressing. Like, I know it's, you know, it was kind of like you wanted to cry because everybody started walking out on Triple H. I mean, all the guys around the ring, you know, each section kind of walked off on their own. Jerry Lawler actually had been standing in the ring. He was the first to walk off, and then each side kind of left, and Michael Cole left, Booker T left. The crew, like, all the guys with the cameras just sat the cameras down. I was like, okay, what on earth? And then, sadly, finally, JR walked out on Triple H, and I was like, why? I mean, it was so depressing. You know, you really get invested to everything. The storylines, you get so invested in the WWE that when something like this happens, I don't know about you, but I mean, I was like, it was so depressing. I was like, poor Triple H was just left in the ring standing all by himself, and then John Laurinaitis, you thought he was going to come out and just talk for God knows how long, because nobody wants to hear that voice, John. Nobody. He came out, shook his head, and left. I was like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious? What on earth is going on? So, then we left with just Triple H standing in the ring by himself. It was so depressing. I was like, poor guy, you just wanted to go hug him. So that was so crazy. I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm looking forward to SmackDown to see all what goes on. But you know, like, the big thing is going to happen on Raw. They're not going to have it on SmackDown to, you know, I really doubt they're going to have it on SmackDown where Triple H, you know, has a big, huge thing. I believe it's probably going to be saved for Raw, obviously. But it was just so depressing. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen on SmackDown just because of everything that happened. Like, how is everybody going to be, you know? So I'm definitely waiting for Friday to see what all is going to go on. It was just totally crazy, and like I wasn't expecting that ending. So that was Raw. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously I enjoyed all the shows, but I think every match was really great, and I was a ball of excitement last night. Probably didn't help that I had hot chocolate, and like chocolate makes me like hyper, and I was like, woo! I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know. But anyway, it was a great... My bird's talking to you. It was just a great show, and I am so excited for Raw next week. I think it's just going to be crazy. So, I will see you guys soon. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.